Hey everyone, I'm just doing some routine checks and maintenance on the Camaro, and there's one that most people don't know about, and that's a quick check on clearance or play in your steering. There's a procedure here that I'm going to run, measure with a dial indicator, just to check the overall situation in your steering linkage. I'm not having any trouble with it. Car tracks just fine, drives just fine. But it's been a couple years since I've had it on the road and it's collected some miles, so I just thought I'd do a check. In any case, what you do, per the service manual, is with the car on the floor, with it, of course, in park and brakes set and so forth, steering wheel straight ahead and locked. You jack up one side of the car with a floor jack until you get the tire about 1 inch off the floor. So the steering is fixed. The tire on the opposite side isn't going anywhere because it's sitting on the ground. The opposite tire, the one you got, is off the ground by about 1 inch. And then you check and see whether you have play in that wheel, and you measure it, and the spec is 0.108 inches or 2.74 millimeters. So as long as your clearance is less than 0.108, you're in spec, and if the number comes out higher than that, then you would need to get underneath and check your tie rod ends and other steering linkage components and see if you've got something that's loose. So here goes. So the goal is to pick up the frame with the floor jack right behind the front wheel, which gets you in about in here. I'll make sure I catch it in the right spot. Okay. And I think that's about right. I've got a couple of dial indicators. This one's a mag base, which you gotta have something solid to set it on. So I got a trailer hitch, which is pretty heavy, which really won't move much in this exercise. That down. You have to be careful because if you move the base, so a full circle would be 1/10 of an inch. It's in thousandths, so 10, 20, 30, okay. I'm going to pull it all the way out and zero it. We'll push it the other way. Okay. And I'm still in spec. I'm 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm 70 thousandths. And they'll give you 108. So I pull all the way out. I push all the way in. My dial indicator reading is about 75 thousandths. So it's got a little clearance in it. So I've got the dial indicator here at about the midpoint of the wheel. And it's set and solid, I'm not going to touch this. If I pull it out, and I'm measuring on the rim, so I'm pulling out, I'll zero there. And I push in, yeah, 75 thousandths. But it's a good thing that it's still in bounds. So just so you can see better, Again, I've got a dial indicator, and this one's in thousandths of an inch, so there's 10, 20, 30, all the way around is a tenth of an inch if I made a full circle. So if I pull the wheel out, that's my 0. I bumped it a little bit, so there's my pointer. So there's 0. So I got about 20 thousandths when I pull. If I push hard, see, I'm up here at 25. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75 thousandths. And the wear limit would be to go all the way around and over here to 8. So I got about 40 thousandths more before it would be considered to be past its limit. In double checking the instructions on this job, I've been pushing and pulling on the front edge of the tire. The instructions actually say to, just the picture that they give you says to push and pull on both ends of the tire. So I'm going to come back and do this one more time. So if I go this way, I'm going to set my, I want to see if it makes any difference. I don't think it should make much difference, but so we'll go from there with it pushed and pulled this way, because I'm about right there. If I pull on it, I'm about right there. And then if I go the other way, see, I'm about, actually I'm going to go a little further. And I'm about 55 thousandths. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. The real question when you run this test is how much force do you apply? I mean, the goal in life is you're looking for clearance in the joints and in the linkage. And if you push hard enough, you'll start to flex the tire on the rim on the other side, and you're going beyond clearance. So if I just kind of do the light, I'm at about 50. It's a little less than I got the last time, but it kind of depends on how hard you push it. But if I do the front part of the rim, that's what I get. If I do both of them, I'm still about in the same range. So that's the test. So that's how you make the quick check. And in the past, I've also looked at the ball joints. GM's lower ball joints on this car have a fitting that measures the wear. You look at the fitting to see whether it's recessed or protruding. And my ball joints were fine. I mean, everything, I greased them all. And frankly, since I got under the car the last time, I've only got, I don't know, 6,000 or 7,000 miles on it. So I didn't expect a lot of wear, but it just seemed like a prudent check to make. If I was going down looking to see, where is 70 thousandths coming from, I also have a dial indicator like this that has like a vice grips on the end, dial indicator that mounts on the opposite end, and this tube is all adjustable. So you could clamp this on a piece of the steering linkage, gently so you don't damage it, but clamp it onto something solid, and then you could measure and see where the clearance is coming from. As I said, every steering linkage has a little bit. They're not designed to be fully tight, but something to keep an eye on and be aware of as you're driving your classic Camaro. That's all for now.